Welcome back to the Aces NFL show. We're up and about. It's Wildcard Week, and Wildcard Week means anything can happen.
Oy.
Obviously, we're powered by PointsBet, and we're powered by Aaron Sipos and that big leg of his. We've just selected the winners that are going to come down and catch some of your bombs for the Tailgate Fest. That's right, the Super Bowl party. If you haven't signed up, get online now and get yourself a ticket. You'll see me and Sip there, and we're going to count down the days as we get to the greatest day of all, Super Bowl day. But before we get to the Super Bowl and all that nonsense, we've got some games this weekend. It's wildcard round, and Sip, we probably get two of the highest scoring games. I think the most exciting games potentially. We get the Rams at the Panthers and the Packers at the Bears on Sunday, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Let's start with that game. Let's get straight into it. I don't know about you, but the first one is, I don't want to say it first because I mean cursing teams. It feels very simple. I mean, the Rams going to the Panthers, they'd be licking their lips.
Seriously. I'm just going to put it out there. If the Carolina Panthers somehow win this game, I reckon Tommy and I will show up next week just painted, all in Panthers gear, ready to go. You can see it here first next week. That's how confident I am in the Rams getting the job done here on the road. They're not making the same mistake again, mate. They're going out there and they will take care of business and look after it very, very easily against this Panthers team for sure.
I agree. I'll look like the Catman. If anyone doesn't know the Catman is, he dresses up like a cat. Well, I'll look like...
Both of us will dress up that way.
I'll look like a panther. We'll come in like panthers, paint brushes, any makeup artist they want. They can make us look like absolute clowns if the Rams drop this one.
I just can't see it happening. That's how confident I am in the Rams. They're ready to go.
Done a little bit of prep this week, Sip, on this game. When I say a little bit of prep, we do fucking heaps of prep, but more prep than ever because I don't know, this first game I feel like there's some cash to be just won. And it's going to start with Kyren Williams for me. I expect that the Rams are going to run the ball straight down the guts. I reckon the Panthers, Bucky Irving looked solid last week. I reckon this O-line's better. And the last time they played, let's not forget, they lost, okay? But everything went the way of the Panthers. The only thing that is kind of leaking at the moment for the Rams is their cornerback. So since week 13, Sip, 31st in coverage grade, second worst passer rating, some of their cornerbacks. And one of their cornerbacks, Emmanuel Forbes, he's a stud, but he has slipped up a little bit. And they, McMillan got him last time. And, I love me man, Xavier Legette. I expect him to be on that Cowboy celebration soon. He hasn't done it for a while. So it's not a bad matchup. But the thing with the Panthers is I don't think they've got an identity this year. They've been hit and miss. Start of the year, they were able to run the ball. Their O-line hasn't been able to get going. You saw last week, Rico Dowdle needed 7 or 8 scrimmage yards, whatever it was. He couldn't get them unless he got and he ended up getting a screenplay. But man, he had I think he had 5 or 6 carries for 5 yards. And I'm like, can you imagine not getting $1 million because you can't get one rush going? So that shows you they're struggling a little bit with their run game. So it's going to be Bryce Young's arm and it's going to be Stafford, I think, doing everything and Kyren Williams just running the ball down the gut. I don't know where Devontae Adams' status is at, but I honestly...
He's good to go.
Perfect. So Puka will be the man. I think he'll be the red zone. We know that. And Kyren Williams, I just think they might just punch a couple through with him. Kyren got banged up a couple of weeks ago, so I don't know. That's where I'm going. I expect a big load for Kyren Williams. And Bryce Young, this is what annoys me. It annoyed me with the Ravens. It annoys me. Once something's not working, why do they stick with it? So the Bucs run D traditionally very good. It was very good last week. Vita Vea and all the boys, they really picked up their game because they let themselves down a few weeks earlier. But they kept trying to run it on first and second down. So third and not manageable. And all of a sudden, we're playing this punt game last week.
Is it conditions? Does conditions make it play into account a little bit?
Down like last week, but they have to be aggressive.
I agree.
You have to be aggressive against the Rams. You know you got to put up at least 30 points.
You have to. That's how they won it last time. You have to be.
So I like, as a roughie, Legette, I'm going to go back to him because I think he's a threat. But the Rams should have their way here and their defense will pick up their game. It's a playoff game. And I am worried about the Panthers at home in this one.
I agree. Well, not a hard thing for me to say, but Puka Nakua has been an absolute monster. Either 1 or 2 in the competition right now as a wide receiver. I did a little bit of research myself here. Panthers in their defense cover 3, so that's a zone coverage, and Puka Nakua is an absolute monster in this stage. The Panthers play this 40% of the time, so a lot, almost half of their game, they're playing in a cover 3. And Puka Nakua wins more often in that zone than any other zone right now for him. So he's got the perfect matchup here. He's hard to defend in no matter what it is, but if a team that's playing that type of zone coverage for him, good luck to you. And I just think he absolutely explodes in this one. He's been a monster the last month, and I think he is up for a massive game here.
I'm glad our prep's the same. Stafford's actually struggled against cover 3 this year if you go through the stats, but he's also dominated, if that makes sense. He's thrown more picks in cover 3, but I reckon it'd be on his game. And blokes like Puka eat. And with Devonta Adams back, it's just going to be harder to stop.
So hard.
Yeah, I think it's all Puka in the air and it's Kyron on the ground. I think Bryce Young, I'm just going to go passing yards like 200. And I think Rams, I won't touch result because there won't be any value there, but I just think they get the job done.
Agree.
All right, let's move on. This game's the one that's going to be fascinating. I'll just read out some of my notes. The last 4 games have come down to the last play. Coaches genuinely hate each other. It's one of the biggest rivalries in the NFL, and it could potentially snow. The Bears finally have the advantage at home, right? And we know the Bears can run the ball. Micah Parsons out, but Jordan Love's back and his arm's elite, and they've been conceding in the secondary. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I see an upset. Do you?
Yep. I see the Packers getting it done over the Bears. I see it.
Without Micah and without a couple of playmakers.
Josh Jacobs healthy, Jordan Love healthy, a lot of firepower on the offense. They still have enough guys on defense to get it done. I see an upset here. I think the Green Bay Packers go into Soldier Field and they beat the Chicago Bears.
Wow.
Yep.
I just can't see it.
I can.
Oh, well, you know what? I can.
Very much
I've got it coming down to the last play.
Yeah, I very much can.
Last week would have been nice if they won.
I just see Caleb maybe forcing a little bit too much in a game like this, and I think it can get him in a bit of trouble. Roma Dunze is back. That is going to be big for him. There is no doubt. But somehow Green Bay just go in and just have a great system. They know what they want to do. Clear goal in mind, know what their identity is, which you spoke about previously for another team not having, and they just go in and get it done. Nobody believed in them a few years ago when the Cowboys were the 2 seed and they were the 7, and they absolutely rolled them. And I can see it happening again.
Yeah, well,
I've stunned
you. I can see it happening. I don't want it to happen.
Yeah, I can understand that. But when you just come down to playoff football, anything can happen. And I just think Green Bay, I think they can do it.
Who do you think is going to be the playmaker then? Because I've got some elite stats in front of me, and Watson, Reed, Dobbs, Jacobs, they're your 4 main guys.
Yep.
By the way, Golden has put up the same amount of touchdowns as the number on his back. He is banned.
Yep.
Watch him score this week if he's not a healthy scratch.
Yep.
But Jacobs has been banged up, so you say he's healthy, but how can you trust him?
No, I think the week off gives him a really good. He had 4 carries the week prior to that, and he didn't play last week. I think they've just tuned him up nicely to be fresh, ready to go, to absolutely pound that rock, and you'll see him back to being, where he has been earlier in the year. That's what I see.
So Watson, are you thinking? I mean, Watson. When I watch these games, he just peppers Watson.
Dubs and Watson are the 2 guys that I really like.
I love Reed.
Yeah, I think they're great. I think he's in there he's working his way back, and I think he's obviously got back at the right time. But those other 2 wide receivers that I just spoke about, they're a great 1-2 punch, and they are hard to defend. And as you said, Chicago secondary, they are aggressive. They are very aggressive. Most picks in the league so far, they've been on top of that, but they give up a little bit, especially over the last kind of couple of weeks. And Jordan Love's the right man to be able to expose them.
It's going to be fun. I think the Bears are going to run the ball straight down their gut. I think about what Derrick Henry did to the Packers a couple of weeks ago when they were going all out. Now, it's not Derrick Henry, but, Monagai and Swift, they are a double-headed, monster. And I reckon that's what their whole game's built on. And it's at home. It's going to be, they reckon there could be a bit of snow around. Just think at home, I'm going to give the Bears, they're going to win by 3.
Okay. I like it.
I'd be flat if they lost,
it.
actually, because I like watching the Bears because I reckon they leak in the secondary. All right, well, that's Sunday.
Yeah.
That's fun. We're going to go against each other again. Yeah. We're going against each other last week. I think you owe me another jersey, by the way. Seattle Seahawks got the best of the Niners, but we'll move on. He owes me 1,000. Hey, apparently, old Chobani Spa over here. I should be sponsored by Spas and Chobani after a couple of calls. Let's keep moving on to the next few games. I'm a bit flat with the scheduling here for Australian time.
Yeah.
Why are the Jags hosting the Bills at 5 a.m. our time, which is obviously the first slot in America? Why is that not prime time?
No idea.
Why are the Pittsburgh Steelers and Texans on Monday Night Football and they aren't?
They had to do that for the Monday because Pittsburgh
Chargers at Patriots.
Pittsburgh played the night game on Sunday, so they had to give him some form of
that's a
rest,
little bit of an annoying one for me, but I'll be up.
Because it's the Steelers, mate.
I'll be up. Originally, I had Bears-Packers game of the week. I've scrapped it because of the snow.
Yeah.
This is...
You reckon this one?
I've got a big take here.
That's good. All right.
The winner of this game will be holding up the Lombardi.
Wow.
I've done a lot of thinking.
Wow.
Here's my last take
holding
for
up
the year.
the Lombardi.
I feel like the winner of the Bills at Jags will hold up the Lombardi.
Wow.
No Mahomes, no Burrow, no Jackson. Trevor Lawrence is the pick one. Josh Allen's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. This is their opportunity to win it. The NFC's stacked. I reckon they can bash each other up to the Super Bowl. I reckon it's a soft run. I reckon you got 2 hard games on the AFC. I think the Broncos are tough and the Texans are tough, their defense.
Young quarterback.
They're going to eliminate each other in this game. I'm devastated they play each other here. I think the Jags win as well.
You do.
I think the defense from the Bills is non-existent on the run game. I think the Jags defense has been consistent all year and their offense puts up 30 points every week. Trevor Lawrence has said I don't trust him about 12 weeks ago. Ever since then,
you got him winning the Super Bowl.
Ever since then, he's been lights out. They've played tough teams. I think they're the best team on paper.
They are well-rounded, but I think they lose.
As I said, if they lost, then I would be predicting the Bills to go all the way.
I find it hard just to go against a team that has been there, and Josh Allen himself. I find it hard.
Have you seen how many games he's won on the road in playoffs?
Yeah, I don't think it's been many, and that's okay. Well, you know what? That's about to fucking change, mate.
I don't mind that call. In terms of
that's about
the past
to change.
counts for nothing.
You want some big hard-hitting calls where you're going to get one. Josh Allen will win his first road game in a playoff and he will get the job done. And guess what? He's going to win a few more too because he's going to do it the next week and he might even do it the week after that. So how about you shut your mouth there and we'll get it done.
What about the week after that? Hey,
well, he has the week off because
yes. We'll have to wait for 6 predictions and these brackets. So this is great. So when I did my playoff bracket, by the way, everyone at home, Super Bowl Challenge, get online. We'll put it in the show notes. If you can do it, send it to us on Instagram, and we're going to put up all your best ones, and we're going to track them, and we're going to give a prize away. Now, we're disagreeing again.
Yep.
Oh. Bit high pitched there.
What's over there? Grab me underneath the table there.
I wrestled with this one for an hour yesterday.
Yeah.
So we did our playoff bracket predictor, at the start of the playoffs.
Yep.
And then we're doing our show notes. This one killed me because I would prefer to see the Bills, but when I want to put my head, now that the Ravens are out, I'm using my head, not my heart, except for the Seahawks. Got a soft spot for them. But the Jags have been very consistent in all categories all year.
No doubt. They are in form. They are playing some great ball, both sides. I'm going with my head too, and I believe that the Buffalo Bills will be able to get the job done on the road. It's a great setup for them, and it just the perfect opportunity. I think the defense can work on a couple of things, and they'll be okay. But Josh Allen, James Cook Wide receivers, I'm not 100% sure who you can go to. But
if Kincaid doesn't get going,
back,
you're done.
I think Kincaid's back. He played a little bit last week. I think that the Bills get this done on the road and they put themselves in a pretty good spot.
Kincaid or bust for the Bills. They are a completely different side when he's out there and when he's not out there. The Jags' run game hasn't been a feature, but when the Bills' run defense is so poor, ETN, when I say it hasn't been a feature, he's been doing a lot of work receiving. Yep. Like if you go through all his last 3-4 games,
he's been big.
Been dominating scrimmage, but the run game hasn't really been a feature, but it can be.
Yep.
And I think they can get themselves in positions on third down that are more than manageable. And when Trevor Lawrence is using his legs like he is, it becomes a very hard offense to stop. Yep. So I think this is going to be points. This might be the most exciting game to have a little play on as well.
I think so too. Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm not. There's nothing against Jacksonville. They are playing great ball right now. If they do get through this, that's they do. They set themselves up really nicely as well. But it's set up to be an absolute cracking game, and I just have a feeling that the Bills can go in and get it done.
Well, what do you know about the Simpsons? Do they predict the future?
Very well.
They're the time travelers.
They
predicted that the Jags would be dominating this one in the playoffs in 2024.
Wow. So they were wrong.
They had Jacksonville 25 and the Bills 0.
Wow.
Check this out. The Simpsons are always right.
Here we go.
So I'm going to go with the Jags, Sip.
All right. I love it.
You check that Logsy for his mate?
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, nah.
Looks like you could do with the fiery goodness of PointsBet.
It's like hot sauce, but for sport.
And now it comes with lock screen tracker. So you can follow your bet even when you got your hands full.
Cheers, mate. I'd shake your hand, but...
Same game multi from PointsBet, now with lock screen tracker. Yeah, that's built different. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Before we get back into the show, I just want to say, have you subscribed? Well, if you haven't, what are you doing? We've got 73% of people that watch our content and listen that haven't subscribed. So if you are watching, please subscribe. And if you're listening, hit that bell notification so you get alarmed with a little notification every time we drop a podcast. Thank you so much for your support. Come on, we're only like 100 away from 20,000. Help us get there. Cheers. Well, we keep moving, and this is going to be fun. Yeah. You know I love watching the Niners play.
Yeah, you do.
Why do I love them? Why do I love them, Sid?
Because they give up, you reckon. They don't have a defense and their offense is on fire, you reckon. That's
exactly right. This will be fun. Niners are at the Eagles. You take it away. It's your team.
Oh, I tell you, this is I feel it's so weird. I feel like either team could win by 20 or naturally it's going to be tight and it comes down right to the end. I don't know. I feel like there could be some form of blowout occurring in this one, and I don't know why, but there is some bad blood between this group, like these two teams. They do not like each other at all. And this one is going to be set up for an absolute ripper. Obviously, we know Eagles rested all their players last week. They'll be healthy, ready to go. And in all honesty, you're right. San Fran got found out a little bit with the Seahawks. When you have an elite defense, they had a couple of guys out. San Francisco, but when you have an elite defense, you're going to struggle. And the Philly Eagles have an elite defense right now. If they can put it together, half the things that the Seahawks did last week, I think San Fran do find it very, very tough to get their offense going. They're in a good position. I still think the Eagles, the offense needs to get going, yada, 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 all that bullshit. But they're going into Lincoln Field. That's going to be very, very tough to play. They got banged up last week. That was a tough physical game for the San Francisco 49ers. Eagles are healthy. I think Saquon can get back involved in this game. I think the run game can get going a little bit more. There's opportunity there against this San Francisco defense. You've got two great wide receivers that are going to give you a chance in the secondary. San Fran play a fair bit of cover 3 as well, and AJ Brown just eats that up. Route running that he's got in there, very, very tough to be able to get over. So no doubt, based on my research, the 49ers are one of the worst teams in football against slants. AJ Brown loves a slant, and I think it's going to be a big day for Saquon and AJ and Philly Eagles get the job done.
I kind of like what you're saying. I just think they're banged up, the Niners. The Seahawks showed you what you need to do. I said it without Williams. If Williams is not fit, that O-line is not going to be able to do what they normally can do. Kittle's not as healthy as he should be. I mean, you don't miss a game with an ankle, come back the next week and be cherry right the week after. Like, he's obviously battling something. He'll inject that with some painkiller, but they're not the same team with Ricky Pearsall out as well. Like, they wouldn't be missing the 1 seed opportunity if they weren't like really sore. So it's a war of attrition, and I'm really worried about the Niners. And I just think it's a bad matchup for their secondary. Like, you've got some real deep threats. I like Saquon Barkley to score a tud. I don't know why. I just think he might bust. He's been busting just big runs the last 6 weeks. Like, he's still getting those, just 1 or 2 yards, but then he's busting one big one a game. So I like that. I think that'll happen. AJ Brown's clearly the guy. Like, I've been watching Smitty all year, and then he's just not getting peppered like AJ Brown. And if they're going to be I'd love to see a high-scoring game. But if you watch Philadelphia, they aren't allowing teams to score. Bills put up 12 on them, I think it was. Was it 12-13?
In the last quarter. Yeah.
Exactly right. I remember all those other games with their, teams that in it.
Detroit had 9.
Exactly right. The Eagles' defense has been elite. So at home, with all the noise, you saw it with Pittsburgh Ravens. I keep going back to the game because I was watching it like a hawk, but it was just so loud. I was like, far out. It really does make a difference.
No doubt.
At home when it's a playoff type environment. During the week.
In that environment, man.
Exactly right. So,
and those Eagles fans hate the 49ers. They'll be up and about.
I think it's going to lean towards the Eagles. And when they run the ball, they chew the clock. It's going to be tough. So I think we'll create a pretty easy same gamer there. AJ Brown yards, Barkley touchdown, and maybe Purdy pick and Eagles to win. I think that's where it's going to go. And I've got really nothing else for you.
I agree. I've said my piece.
Well, let's go to the trickiest game. I reckon this is the trickiest game. Maybe the second trickiest. There's 2 tricky ones to come. Let's go. 2 more games. But Chargers at Patriots. This will be funny because we're talking about Drake May as potentially the MVP. Now, I've already submitted my bracket, so I'm going to put this out there because I submitted it yesterday because we're going to put them out on Instagram today. I am kind of regretting tipping the Patriots, which sounds bizarre. But I'm happy to keep him there. But the more I've done research on this is a nightmare matchup for me. I think the Chargers secondary is elite. I think the Patriots secondary has been pretty average. So if the Pats are going to win, it has to come down to their 2 running backs. And I just think Herbert's experience and where they've been the last 3-4 years tells me that they might be able to get through this first stage. I don't know why. But Patriots, if you go through who they've played, man, they haven't played anyone.
No, they haven't.
So this wouldn't shock me if the Chargers just grinded out a sloppy win. Like, if you watch them, even last week, they rested players, but they hung in there against the Broncos. Broncos have been putting up points on a lot of teams. So I just think the Chargers defense can stick around and keep this tight. And being with the experience of Herbert, how many times has he copped it for this playoff run? I just think he could get the job done here. So I've tipped Patriots on my predictor, which I kind of want to change, but stick with the Patriots on that predictor, man. But I looked at it and I probably did an extra 30 minutes before the show on this game. And this is a great matchup for Herbert. If he's healthy, he could be slinging this thing. And Quentin Johnson has a pretty good matchup. So is Lad McConkey. Like, I expect them to be really involved. And Marion Hampton on the outside. Yeah. That's my take.
Yeah, it's going to be tight. This one's going to be tight. Questions will be asked if Herbert doesn't get this one. And I know he's on the road and it's a tough ask going into New England, tough environment to play, but questions will be asked again. Year 6, no playoff wins, another opportunity with a really good defense and you've got better guys on offense. And if you're unable to get this one, there'll be some demons, I reckon, that'll start to be hovering just on his left shoulder there a little bit about, shit, what have I got to do to get it going, especially without Mahomes being there now and guys that he's had to go up against regularly. You've got a really good chance. And you win this game, there is no doubt in my mind if they win this game, they can go in and beat the Broncos the following week.
That's the thing. They then go back to Denver.
They go back to Denver, and there is no doubt in my mind. Yep. Denver will have some different play calling and everything like that. I think they kept it very, very simple when it came to the playbook. They didn't want to give too much away. But you have a great chance the following week to go there again and knock them off. But yeah, I don't know. Like
Well, you need to know.
I know the Patriots haven't played that much, but I just love he doesn't seem phased.
No, he doesn't. I think of that Bills game, how good he was.
Doesn't seem phased. So I'm going to go with the Patriots. I'm going to stick with the Patriots. I think their defense is very, very strong too. Their coaching will be massive for him too. He's an unbelievable coach. He knows what it takes to get to the promised land and win the whole damn thing. That speaks volumes in my mind, and I think they get it done at home.
I think 2 passing touchdowns from Herbert is my best bet in this one.
Mm-hmm. The run game will be tough. Hampton will have a tough time in the run game. It's going to be on Herbert to use his arm to win this game.
So this will be actually hopefully more scoring.
Hopefully there is. But there's going to be enough pressure on there that I can also see it being quite low scoring. You're going to have to pick the right moment to have a good go at it, because I can just see it being an absolute grind.
When I did my predictor, I literally flipped. So home crowd, obviously Patriots. Quarterback, love them both. Yeah. Coaches, love them both.
Yeah.
Healthy, probably the Patriots.
Probably.
And that's why I was like, I'll lean there. And the more I looked into it, I was like, the Chargers secondary has been hard to do, to do what he's been doing. And because he has had soft matchups, he hasn't had like a Texans in front of him or, one of these tough defenses just to test him for a while.
Yep.
So, look, wouldn't surprise me, but we're both going to go the Patriots.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Comes down to the last game. I can't believe it. We've got Aaron Rodgers' retirement game. What are you laughing at?
I just knew
it's sad.
I knew you would pounce on this opportunity straight away, but you're right. It is his retirement game.
Steelers fans, Packers fans, Jets fans. Yeah. This is going to be a sad day. It's going to be the last time we see Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it will be. The Houston Texans should go in there with...
what are you going to miss the most about Aaron Rodgers?
Miss the most?
Yeah.
Oh, probably him on the line of scrimmage just yelling out different calls. Like, easy, 55 right there. Easy. You're like, mate, he's unbelievable how he has to be the quarterback that's been able to get the most offsides from a defense. Has to be. It's so impressive. But I'll also miss his little retreats that he used to have too a fair bit. I'm definitely going to miss that, The
darkness retreats.
Little darkness retreats.
I was going to go to, I almost went to a darkness retreat. I was in a very dark place. Aaron, you sent me to a dark place. Do you know I walked 15 kilometres, man, after the game?
I know. You called me for half an hour of it, I reckon.
Yeah, so it was 3-hour walk. I walked all the way to Port Melbourne and back.
Jeez.
He took me to a dark place, Aaron.
Yeah, I've no doubt.
But the good thing is, Aaron, you won't have to go to the darkness retreats anymore.
No.
You won't have to do anything. You get to enjoy your golf, your life. You can go and smoke on that Cuban frog venom king because it all comes to an end. Unless you extend, but the Texans are going to get it done on the road.
Going to hurt your feelings, mate. Nico Collins is going to hurt your feelings. I'm going to miss
his fakes. You know when he runs out and he fakes and then he runs it in? There's no one better at faking, don't you reckon? Like when he does that and then he holds it and then he rolls around, play action, or he runs them in. I'm going to miss that. Seriously. About Aaron Rodgers.
If they win this game, if they somehow win this game, surely there's something like that needs to happen. I don't know.
The positives are you've got the game at home.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf
is back.
He released a funny thing on the internet actually about coming out of jail. I don't understand how the Ravens lost still. I can sit here like a loser, but all the Pittsburgh negative comments that come through, I can't wait to reply to every single one of them straight after the game, Sip. They were that personal with me. And I was class. I said, all good, congratulations. But I've got a plan, Sip. I'm going to reply to every single one of them. Every single one of them. Hey, bang, bang, Steeler gang. Well, that's bang, bang, see you in Cancun gang. I can't wait. I'm waiting for it. So, CJ, I've got a rock in the jersey.
Yeah.
Nico Collins is fresh. Mate, Jalen Ramsey, he was
awful.
He's a great cornerback, but at safety, oh my Lord.
No.
They were exposed. If they can get the run game, well, they don't really have a great run game. We know Woody Marks. We have to get some outside runs going because you can't run it down the middle against the Steelers.
They got weapons.
But oh my Lord, if you want to do that, I mean, they must be watching the tape having a laugh.
Have to. It's the Texans, surely. Oh.
Well,
this is great. This is big. This is big. A couple of road teams that we're like, well, at least for me, I'm on the train on. Like, I really like it. Nothing better.
I went through
like good stuff.
I went online and typed in like underdogs that have won from the last couple of years and road game. And there's only like one, I think there was only like one I mean, well, I don't want to spit this out in case it's incorrect, but I remember when I did it. It's not a lot. Like, we're not going to see many road wins, and we're not going to see many underdogs, according to last year. So there you go. Last year we had one underdog win, and we had one road team win, and we had the same thing the year prior.
Yep.
So
that's what I'm saying. It's wide open in my mind. I think that's what the most exciting thing is about now, this playoff run and this postseason, is that I genuinely think that anybody can win this right now, which we haven't had in the last couple of years. So it's this is awesome. I love this.
Awesome. Now, I wanted to mention this at the start, but I would have ruined it. What game are you looking forward to the most quickly? Just
this week?
Yep.
Eagles San Fran for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's easy though.
I just know bad blood and things like that. I just think there's a bit more to it. I like it, but besides that, I think you nailed it on the head. I think the Bills and the Jaguars is the other one. It's a real shame that it's on 5 a.m. I will be watching. Don't worry about that. But 5 a.m. I think they're a bit stiff to get the 1 o'clock game over there. To be honest, that would have been that'd be unbelievable to watch.
Do you want to see a brand new side hold up the Lombardi?
Yeah, I think ideally in to keep this game going and spice it up. Yeah, be great to have a new team hold it up.
Texans, Chargers, Bills, Jags. There are teams that have never won a Super Bowl. Can they win a Super Bowl?
Yes.
Can all 4 of them win a Super Bowl? Just give me the number.
No. 3 out of the 4 can.
Wow, it's the Chargers you're dropping off, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You think the Texans can get to the Super Bowl?
I think they can.
You truly think that?
Yes, I do.
On their defense?
Yeah. I think, and I said it a month ago, I think their offense is starting to get rolling at the right time as well. I think they've got enough going and their defense is elite.
If it was life and death, AFC or NFC wins it?
NFC.
Oh, you're going to go that way?
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. We want you guys at home to get involved with this. So, superbowlchallenge.com.au, jump on, sign up if you haven't already, and go through it before it starts this week. You have to select every single team. It'll then spit out the order, and you'll have your Super Bowl challenge form completed. Then share your picks with us on Instagram. We're going to then collect them all. We're going to post as many as we can because then we can track them. We've got 4 or 5 weeks left. Someone's going to get it right.
Yep.
First person that gets it right, we're going to give a prize away, but you'll also get a prize via the NFL Australia team, and you can win all kinds of things. So it's a free hit. Why not? If you love the game, get online and get involved. And I tell you what, it's hard. It's so hard because if you change your tip from Chargers, from Chargers to the Patriots, it then flips everything in the divisional round. So I've obviously gone for the Patriots, who will then meet the Jags if the Jags play the Bills and win. But if you go to the Chargers and they're playing it becomes really difficult. Then you go, oh, what I know, but it's just hard. So if someone can get 13 from 13, well then you are a superstar and you should have $5 and roll it all over. All right, Sip. Well, I think that's all we've got for our NFL Wildcard Week. This is the most exciting week.
Absolutely.
And I just can't wait. I can't wait.
It's all open, as I said. This is exciting time. We are in for a big 5 weeks.
We are. And we would be, remiss of me not to mention that the Ausmerican Aces hub on PointsBet is going to be humming. We're going to have them up a bit earlier this week. Last week, just so you know, full transparency, players weren't in the markets. We couldn't get markets out for you, and it's probably a good thing because players are pulling out left, right, and center. Josh Allen had 1 snap to keep his streak alive, then ran off. So we just couldn't get what we wanted last week. But this week's a completely different ball game. This is going to be fun. We'll have SGMs on every game, specials, tuds, you name it. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, every single game will have something up. We'll have our specials. And you know what? We hit a couple last week. You're being a bit harsh earlier. The Zay Flowers special, $6 with Mark Andrews hit. We had this explosive play with Derrick Henry, $3, $2.50, that hit. So there's plenty that hit, but our best bets were all void due to Nico Collins. And lastly, we've got the hotline available. So get online after the game. Just send them in. Just send audios in, whether it's about Sip, myself, the game, the players, the coaches, the moments, the fans, anything. Obviously, the more entertaining, the better. Keep them short and sharp. We'll play the best ones on next week's show. Thank you so much to everyone's support. Again, if you go on Super Bowl tickets, tailgate.com.au, get around it. That's where it's going to be this year. Man, Sip will be there. And obviously, if you're going to have a play, power up there at PointsBet, get on the hub, have a little look. We're ready to go. See you next week. Wildcard, can't wait.
You check that Logsy for his mate?
Sorry, mate. Yeah, nah.
Looks like you can do with the fiery goodness of PointsBet.
It's like hot sauce, but for sport.
And now it comes with Lock Screen Tracker. So you can follow your bet even when you got your hands full.
Cheers, mate. I'd shake your hand, but
Same game multi from PointsBet, now with Lock Screen Tracker. Yeah, that's built different. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.